Welcome to Cattle and Crops. We're still up to the tutorial stage. I haven't really done anything more than that. So we got our cultivator in the field and we are trying to cultivate this field by following this particular GPS track. I assume that's I'm not quite sure how you would lock it in so you don't have the turn on cruise control. So T now follow the on the lines indicate the working width of the machines initially. Okay. So let's have a look to see what is going on. Why didn't you go down? Are you kidding me? It's gonna want me to go back on the first one. So that teaches me for starting at the wrong side of the field. Okay. Now, one should be to go down. Okay, let's not do that. Okay, and T is supposedly the cruise control. So I'm recultivating the first thing because it's my fault. I started already. And because I started already, obviously, it does not recognize the fact that I have already done it. Okay, so I'm here. But now. So it looks like if you're putting it on cruise control, it stays on the line by itself. I think. So we will try it out and see if that is the case. Or class in this particular instance. Pardon my pun. Let's see what happens. Raise. Okay. And I'm gonna now switch to the second one. The biggest advantage of the FGS is that you don't necessarily need to steer anymore. The automatic track steering keeps your vehicle combination on the track. You can also see whether the function is activated from the steering wheel icon on the speedometer in the exterior view. Automatic steering can be assigned to a button to the control setting. Okay, so activate its P. Okay, so I think that's meant to be like that. Okay, so let's lower it. As you can see, the vehicle now stays on track. I can't see that, but okay. This is similar to the GPS system, obviously in FS17. When turning at the end of the track, you can either deactivate automatic steering or override it by steering yourself. As soon as you release the steering system, the FSG will take over to steering again. So that's new. I don't think the Farming Simulator one did that, where you could do that. So let's see if that's true, and it actually does that. Whoops. It's fairly realistic braking in this particular game. So lower and control, I've completed. Okay. It's not really what I wanted to do, but okay. Field guidance system to begin. That's why not. In this tutorial you'll learn the more advanced setting of the field guidance system has to offer. You'll configure different settings to match the implements you are using and work different with. That's fine. Extrude, let's go on the outside look. So we say X. So in other words, oh look at this, I got a plow set over there. Okay, now it's gonna want me to set up the width. Okay, P. Why couldn't I just do automatic? You can change it by pressing boom, 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 boom. Yep, I figured that one out. Alright, you're gonna want me to press minus. You can also reset the width automatically, okay. You can do the height as well. Increase the line height and blah blah blah. Okay. Okay, I increased it from 1.2. I think he said 1.2. So they want me to drive now. Drive to the first lane, okay. Turn on the sprayer and fertilize the lane. Alright, so it does kind of create a bit of a, like a tram line, a bit of damage. Which I suppose it's okay. I said that in my way of thinking is the only downside is that it does take quite a while to get used to things. It'd be good if the fields actually had field numbers on it. You can't really tell where you are. Well, you can, but I mean, you know what I mean, like as far as the fields are concerned. Okay, so I finished the first lane, then what? Okay, I went too far. E. Oh, okay. No, you don't want me to go there. I like the first person look. Okay, so sorry for making you dizzy. The way you... I haven't really played this for a little while, so it's kind of... And this is what the downside is. If you don't play this a lot, you do all these tutorials. And by the time you do the tutorials, and then you don't play for a month, it's pointless that you've done the tutorial. Okay, Pete, the FG doesn't quite line up on the field, so I can line it up. Okay. Implement offset. As you can see, the plow is slightly offset to the vehicle. You will need to adjust. As in the offset by 50 centimeters. Would it be a minus 50 centimeters or a plus 50 centimeters? I don't know. Doesn't look like I've quite. So, okay. I think it's more of a plus 50 centimeters than an actual minus 50 centimeters. Enable auto switch. Auto steer is on. Drive the first lane. Okay. You better get up because it's gonna want me to do this. I like the way the ground changes. That's a good thing. I think I've said that in the previous video that I've done. So I like the way it leaves this, I don't know what to call it, like a dig or whatever in the actual field. So that is a good thing. Yeah. See, to me, I understand the tutorials and they're good. But you know, I would rather that they have a system where you're playing the game, that they actually just give you help while you're playing the game. It's a bit more, you know, a bit more. What's the word I'm looking for? It's a way where you actually feel like you're doing something. Like right now, I'm not actually doing anything. I'm just sort of playing but not really playing the game. I'm not progressing in my game at all. So it would actually be good if there was like a way where you can just rotate plow. You can see that the offset switched to the left side. Your tire will now drive into the furrow, so that's what it's called, the furrow. That little ditch that it's being done by the plow. Alright, so it's exactly one thing that I do like. This is how realistic it is. You know, it looks exactly like you would in real life. Okay, as soon as I press this, it's going to take me off. Okay, so see, I've done all these tutorials. Problem is, would I remember how to do any of those things now that I haven't played for a little while? And that's where the downside is. And this is, I think, where they need to work out a system where it's better. You think of Farming Simulator. Okay, it's a bit unfair, I suppose, because I've been playing 15, 17, 19 Farming Simulator. But even when I loaded it up the first time, it was fairly easy to sort of get into the things. But I suppose you can argue that, you know, because you're so easy, it's not really realistic. Yeah, many machines in cattle and crops have functions on and in the machines that can be operated with a cursor control. In this tutorial, you will learn how to use these cab controls to operate the tractor's various functions. First of all, let's try and opening the Area 5.3 door. To do so, stand in front of the door and open the door. Control L. Beautiful. See, I like this. Now let's look in the cab and do this. First, get into the area in which, okay, I mean. So inside and outside, the doors are such example. Close the left door. In the tractor, there are even more cab controls you can use with reverse controllers, four-wheel drive, ignitions, and much more. Now let's start the tractor with the ignition key. Okay, so it's showing me that the key is over there. Now let's look at how to attach and implement using cabin control. Okay. Drive over there. So I suppose this kind of forces you to be here a bit more. Now reverse. Oi. See, it almost feels like you're being offset a little bit, even though the chair's not, but you are. You can see that you're kind of being offset a bit off the chair. Like you look at it when you're here, and then you look when you, it feels like they automatically offset you. And reverse up to the trailer and stop close to the tow bar. And Q. Okay, let's not use Q because I don't think that's what they're trying to teach you. E, exit all. Okay. So this is like manual attachments. Activate the cursor, so whatever, I'm here. So this is like manual attachment in FS, and like the, what was it called? You know, we had the, I forgot right now. It escaped my mind what it was called. Interior, where you could, you know, you could open window, close window, lights, and so on from the interior of the tractor in FS. It was a mod. It wasn't in the actual game itself, but you know, it's good to see that they've implemented it straight into the game. If you think about it, in certain aspects, Cattle and Crops is far ahead of FS. And keep in mind the size difference and the funds that are available. Okay, F2, it shows you the control. Close the control if F2. Open the map and displays the map is the M. Control. Set a waypoint on the map. With the cursor mode activate, you can set a waypoint on the map, which will show the navigation way to a blue line using the so I don't know, here. See, this is set a way. Okay, that's not what. Set a waypoint. With the cursor mode activated, you can set a waypoint in the map. Use the indicated button. Okay, what indicator button? You can zoom in and out of the map, which is pretty self-explanatory. Okay. If you select a field on the map, the field menu will open, which close the menu. Okay, close the map. When the map is not extended, you can use the anchor map option to have the map. Okay, we know that. In the top left corner of the screen, you'll find basic information, time, weather, which we already know. Increase the speed game. I like the fact that it's right here. You know, you can decrease. Increase to 120. Decrease the game speed back to set speed to 1. Okay. Click the sleep button. Set for 10 days. Are you kidding me? 10 days set to 3 hours. Sleep. Okay, what happened? I can actually hear what's happening, or is this what's going to happen when I wake up? It's raining when I wake up. The weather icon shows your current weather. Click it to open the calendar. The window shows you weather, previous, following, blah blah blah. This window weather previews for the following 7 days. Okay. The money section is account balance. Click on it to open the finance menu. Okay. Fine. Okay, I don't want to find out any more information. Wow, previous year, previous week, and so on. When in the vehicle, in outside view, you will find a speedometer at the bottom right hand corner, in addition to your speed RPM, also displays and whatever icon. When in a vehicle with any cargo, such as a trailer with trash free, you will see a cargo status bar above the speedometer. It lists all the ingredients in the tank. Barley and wheat. Oh, so that too. I'm thinking, what wheat? This completes the interface. Okay, so you kind of get the idea what I am talking about. Next game operations. And like I said, this is the biggest downside. You know, I've done all these. Some I'm going to remember, but some I'm not going to have a clue. And it's a way of, I suppose, playing it enough to actually for it to become your second nature. And I think this is where at the beginning some people are going to be a bit put off by the amount of work that it takes to learn everything that you need to do. I'm not quite sure what the effects are going to be. For example, if you're doing things wrong, if you're not fertilizing when you shoot and so on, we'll find out. Okay, in this tutorial you will get to know the game menu and its functions. The menu not only provides an overview of your vehicle, animals, employees, tank levels and market prices, they're also a place to go for buying and selling. Okay, so we've done that. F1 opens the menu. You've opened the vehicle menu. This gives you an overview of the machines available from your trader. You can also manage your vehicles and fleet. Okay, and tractors. I was gonna say, where are they? They're not. The name. Select engine power. Okay. Select taxi and buy. I have the money. Oh, I have $1 million. Fleet. Oh. Go to the animals menu, stock, select animal. The right hand panel shows you a wealth of information about the animal, its age, weight and barn. More details are in the animal functions that can be found in the animal transport. Okay. Hire, staff. You can sack him. And this is what I'm saying. Have a look at this menu and how, bank, new loan. Here you can specify the size of the loan you want and over how long you want to pay it back. Take out a loan. This overview shows you all your stocks and the current trade prices. The left hand side shows you storage and the right shows you the various traders. So you've got barn one, whatever feed you got, silos, liquid fertilizer, everything. So I've got some barley over here. I don't know, can you select them or not? Switch to planting menu. Yeah, I realize that. So you've got all of these, and I would imagine this is where you shows you on how much you can send, right seed, 2,000 kilos and so on. Planning is everything. In this menu, you will see the overview of all your current planned tasks. You can also create new tasks here for you and your employees. In free play mode, you will also get a list of available and ongoing missions and quests. The calendar shows you the weather for the next few days and your employee schedules and hours. Okay, so it shows me, wow, this is gonna, here you will find an overview of the fields you can buy. Many of them are not yet available though. Buy. Owned. All the fields you own are listed here. You can monitor your acreages via this menu and even sell fields again. Okay, so I own this field. So this is when it shows you everything that you can do, but you can set up where all of this, you can set up the workers to come and do all this work for you. And okay, what is this? This menu gives you an overview of your level, fleet and livestock. So I'm level 10 apparently. I own one vehicle and I've got some your achievements are shown here. Your goal, of course, is to get as many gold ones as possible. Okay. Close the menu. And that's all. We'll look at some menu again later. Disc harrow. So I'll have a look into this one and then we'll kind of call it the end of it, kind of a thing. Right, let's get into the tractor. What's the... And you can't get into the tractor from any side you want. You have to come to the right side. Attach. Okay, we're right next to it. I like the fact that it offsets you a little bit. I wish you'd have a better view to the back of it, but anyway. So you can just do it, drive to field 15. Again, the fact that the system is pretty good at showing you where you need to go and all that sort of stuff as well. So let's go on the road. Oh, driving through bush. So you do need to go exactly where they tell you, otherwise the tutorial does not recognize that you've actually done anything. Lower the implement. Okay. Alright, since I know how to do that, I might as well utilize it, eh? So see, this is what I'm saying. It sounds a bit daunting, but now that I've kind of used it, it's not. You remember how to do things. Now, once you get into that menu and to set up workers. It's not like, from what I gather, it's not like Farming Simulator where you drive to a field and press H. You can actually set goals for your workers from your yard. You don't have to take them to the field. They go to the field themselves, and you can tell them what to do. Now, that is the one that I would need to have a look over again. Even though I've done it in the tutorial, I wouldn't be able to remember any of that, if you know. Simply because it's not something that I've used. A lot of these things are like in Farming Simulator, so because I've used them, very, very easy to, you know, to remember them, kind of a thing. But again, if I was to play this game continuously for a few days, and you know, you would get used to it. And there's aspects of it that is good, like your workers, the fact that you can hire and fire them, the fact that you can set up goals for them and all that sort of stuff. That is a good thing. That's not a bad thing. Yeah, it's more complex, but then in real life it'd be more complex. You wouldn't just drive to a field and press H to start a worker. I'm not sure if there is a menu that teaches you while you're playing, so if you forget how to do a certain thing, if there's a help button. And I hope there is. I don't know if there is. I haven't really gotten that far. That's all you need to know about this game. By clicking skip. Okay. Skip. So again, I have completed this. So as you can see, there's quite a bit more in the fieldwork area to do. And you get your certificates and all that sort of stuff. So it's like you're getting qualified to do the work that you're supposed to do. How do I say this? It's something that this is not the type of game, in my opinion, that you would play every now and then. At least not until you get used to everything and you've played it for a little while. Like Farming Simulator, I guarantee you that you know, if I only played FS13 and then didn't play nothing until FS19, I could get into it, and really almost nothing has changed other than the graphics. So there's not really anything that I would need to learn how to do. In here there is quite a bit that you need to remember. So I suppose that is that could be a bit of a downside for some people. In my opinion, don't let it be a downside for you. Simply, you know, give it a go, and learn how to do all these things, and I'm sure that you will enjoy it once you do. Anyway, without rambling on too much, thank you very much for watching. You be kind to each other, and please like and subscribe. Please support my channel. I realize it's a very tiny channel and it's just started. Yeah, and if you have any suggestions, feel free to write them down. I'm happy to look into it. Thank you very much. You be kind to each other. God bless you.